Hi, this is Alex with Maple Leaf Coffee Roasters in Roselle. I'm here to talk about one of our 2024 holiday coffees, a great coffee from Kona, Hawaii. Check it out. So every holiday season, we bring in a small amount of a limited edition coffee. Typically over the years, we've always had something from either Jamaica or Hawaii. And because of the expense of this coffee, we only get a very small amount, usually somewhere in the neighborhood of about 30 pounds. For those of you who are unfamiliar with either coffees from Jamaica or Hawaii, they're kind of the types of coffees that, for a variety of reasons, people kind of have a really fond memory of because maybe they've taken a vacation to either spot or they've tried something as a gift or something before, where it's been a very signature flavor for coffees from either one of those two places. And they're usually things that you see kind of priced at the high end of things, even in a smaller package. And that's kind of what we are always interested in bringing in as an extra treat, either on its own or as part of one of our bundles every holiday season. So last year we also brought in Hawaiian coffee. It wasn't a Kona coffee, but this year we have a great coffee from Kona. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Hawaiian coffees too, a lot of times you'll see Kona blends priced maybe still at the high end, but kind of cheaper than what you would expect from 100% Hawaiian coffee. And this is not a blend of any kind. This is a pure 100% Hawaiian coffee from the Kona region in Hawaii itself. And we always like these coffees for a variety of reasons. We always do a medium, kind of a lighter medium roast on these types of things. And like I said, we have them in very small quantities. So first of all, some basics about the coffee, of course, from Hawaii, 100% Kona. The beans on these guys are actually a little bit larger than what we usually see out of some of the Hawaiian coffees. Not super large guys, but we'll have a picture of the raw beans and the roasted beans up next to the video for you to take a look. We always do a medium roast on these. It's a wash process coffee as well, so you'll get a lot of consistency in the overall flavor and taste of the coffee as you're drinking it. Nothing super exotic in terms of the kind of different types of taste that you'll get out of this coffee, but it's a reliably Hawaiian taste that you get out of this. Usually coffees from an island have a curious characteristic that they have a very clean, crisp finish, and this one is no exception. So we see our usual Hawaiian flavors out of this coffee. You get a lighter, sweeter taste out of this, very low acidity. Something has a little bit of a sharpness to it, but a very, very subtle sharp. So it's not going to be like an African or even some of the other Central American coffees that we'll have sometimes that have a little bit of a sharp tone to them. It kind of has a honey, cinnamon, sugar kind of tendency as well. So unlike some of the coffees that we've had from Guatemala or Honduras, where they have a little bit of a thinner sort of cinnamon or honey flavor, this is a very rich coating in your mouth that plus the kind of crisp, clean finish that you get out of any island coffee is going to be a very signature flavor that you'll see out of this type of coffee or any coffee from Hawaii itself. There's also a little bit of like a brown sugar tone in this as well. It's somewhat reminiscent sometimes of the coffees that we see from El Salvador in that kind of rich sweetness that sort of pairs together with a kind of combination of a baker's chocolate and a milk chocolate sort of flavor too. Really an interesting kind of combination of those couple flavors that sort of beg and borrow a little bit from some of the other Central American flavors that we see in other coffees around the shelf here too. One of the things that I saw in this coffee too that's a little bit different from some of the Hawaiian coffees that we've had in the past is in the flavor of the brewed coffee itself. There's a tiny bit of like a green apple tint to it. Not quite like a Granny Smith apple, but it has a kind of apple zip to it that sometimes you bite into an apple and you get that crisp apple flavor. And I really enjoyed that kind of flavor out of this guy too. So this is going to be a coffee that we will sell on its own while supplies last. As I mentioned, we have only a very small amount of this coffee to go around. So we'll have this both on its own. It'll be a little bit up there in price. I think we'll be doing an 8-ounce bag somewhere in the $30 to $35 range. And this will also be part of our 2 holiday bundles that we do every holiday season. So if you want to add this coffee into a holiday package that we sell, it's a good way to kind of get an 8-ounce bag of this at a slightly lower rate than buying it on its own. So we'll have some links to this coffee in the video along with some other information about it. And we hope to catch you next time for another great coffee video. Take care.